Our friend Brian had been Sunday bracket racing his Charger at Magnolia for about 2 years before we ever went there for our first no prep event. But that was also the summer that Dad realized he probably wasn't going to street race the 34 much anymore, and he wanted to get himself something he could have fun with around on the street and not overpower it. So he picked up a 2020 Dodge Charger Scat Pack, 485 horsepower, 8-speed auto, 4,385 pounds, that he immediately started customizing with everything he could find. Dad's always built whatever he wanted without much concern about what anybody else would think about it. Brian's Charger is a 2009 RT with a 5.7 liter with just 368 horsepower and a 5-speed auto. The first time we ever met Brian was when the whole Magnolia crew came up to 42 for the grudge race between me and Jake. And I thought his skinny front steel wheels were about the coolest thing ever. Brian made his first transition from a bracket racer to a no prep racer at the JJ's Arm Drop at Magnolia in May of 2022. Not surprisingly, he found himself liking no prep racing a lot more than Sunday bracket racing. He's always been able to transition his ability to cut a good light to having a great reaction time on a flashlight or an arm drop. Now, Dad was able to try out the Charger for the first time at the drag strip at the Fat Man's race at Kunli in August of 2022. And he found that the computer and the traction control or something had all kinds of problems, and it would shut off in third gear, and had to take it back to Dodge a couple of times to get it figured out. You know you're deep into real deal no prep when you race at KD. And that's where Brian went in October for a race that Matt Rice was putting on. It's pretty cool when you can drive your car 3.5 hours to come down and race down this sketchy strip, up this return road hill, and drive it 3.5 hours back home. With 2022 coming to a close, Dad added some extra side splitters and got the car ready for the Piston Power Show by getting some metal flake and a new hood put on. Brian and I cruised around Akron, checking out some historical sites and mapping out some locations for a historical cruise he wanted to put on. Dad's Scat Pack debuted in 2023 with a Demon hood, and Brian debuted at the Rewind with some new wheels.
Look sick.
Now, the Rewind got rained out, but it wasn't a total loss, because one thing that happened was Brian got approached by somebody selling a nitrous kit. So, with the confidence boost that Giggle Gas will give you, Brian headed down to Brown County for War in the Woods to race in hardtire. And actually made it to the finals against Mike Moss. We were all back together in June at Magnolia for No Prep Mania. So when you successfully transition from bracket racer to no prep racer to hardtire, there's only one place left to go. So we invited Brian up for some street action to see how a lowly 2009 5.7 liter stacks up against a 2020 Scat Pack. Now, with all the changes Dad has made to his car, the biggest one was the rear tires. He went through 4 different tires to find one that would finally hook with that car and not just spin.
pretty sure I jumped on you. You said on my computer 76. Oh yeah. I lived in 2000. So I lived in 2000. So, and it worked pretty good. The car did okay in 2000.
Degrees.
Oh yeah. What's yours?
It always runs at 200 or 210s, all it stays at.
Yeah, I changed my thermostat so it runs 180, 85 all the way here. I got 24 months. Hey Wayne, back up more.
I will.
So it was slower on the 2500 lead. Oh yeah?
I have a feeling we're going to see Brian on the streets some more.